Okay, hey guys. Sorry for the delay. I will probably be stuttering a bit and probably will look everyone's around because I have like three screens that I need to operate right now. So welcome to my stream. Sorry, just a sec because I'm posting the link to go live. So let's go live. And here we go. Okay, so right now, basically, you are looking on a page or at a page from my comic. It's under number 11 from 20. It's from chapter number 2, and this chapter is called What Dwells in the Past. And it comes from my webcomic called Bones, which is a werewolf comic. The main heroine is her name is Lena, and she's a werewolf girl. But we can't see her in this page, specific page right now, because this chapter, since it's called "What Was in the Past," it kind of focuses on some memories of some other people, some other person. I don't want to tell you more because you are supposed to read that. If you want to read my webcomic, you can find it on Webtoons or Tapas or even my Patreon. So, okay, I think we are ready to go. Just a sec because. Uh, okay. Change. Okay, never mind. So I won't be looking directly into the camera because my main drawing screen is on the other side. So you will see me from the side, which is quite fine because I can still see if you write anything. So if you want to ask me or just follow what I do, then feel free to do so. It should be all fine. Okay, so let's do this. As you can see in this page, we have this scene of a roundhouse kick, and there is this scene of young man actually stopping the roundhouse kick, and then we have the details on the eye. The text should be that he finally got it. Okay, I gotcha, and you were aiming for my face, and that's why he should have this like this mocking face. Okay, that yeah, I managed to stop you, and so on. Okay, so what are we going to do now is I prepared some sketches. As you can see those, it takes a long time to prepare some good sketches. I often prepare my sketches traditionally by hand and just by drawing with pencil. Then I scan it, then I put it into my PC. But I often manage to dislike it after some time, so I need to redraw it anyways. So it doesn't really matter. But I get the overall idea of what I want to happen in my page. So yeah, so as you can see, these sketches right here are done in PC, but for example, this sketch over here is done traditionally by pencil. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I really hope this stream is working right, and since it's my first stream ever, I really hope it's doing well. Also, I wanted to tell you I've been working with this program for only about less than a half year, so I'm not really 100% on each features and each tool. So what I'm doing is more going with my own guts than probably with maybe some specific or profile knowledge. I'm not sure. So what I have a specific idea of how I want this page to look. So if you like it, then it's fine, and if you don't like it, then it's also fine. Okay, so let's do this. First, I need to figure out which layer is doing what, because I have done this picture quite long ago, like maybe a week ago. So as you can see, there are actually 4 layers of different things, and I really recommend doing that, because when you start and draw everything in one singular, it can give you a headache if you realize there is a mistake afterwards. So what I do is I divide my layers according to the movement. For example, if I do panels with lots of movement, I usually choose one layer where I do solid line art with no movement, and then I do a different layer for each movement I have there. Then when I'm all satisfied and everything is fine, then I decide whether I want to merge it or just go on like that. It doesn't really matter. Okay, since this page is only a start, it's not inked yet. It's only some rough line art, so there might be some possible changes afterwards. So first, what I'm going to do is some inking. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk a lot. What I'm going to do is just switch my music on, and if you happen to have any questions, just feel free to ask or just watch, and that's all up to you. Okay, if I do anything, okay, the music is on, and if I do anything significant or something that I feel is important for you to know, I will definitely let you know. Okay, so let's start. Okay, first thing that came up to my mind when I announced the stream, there was this question of how I did this movement and these straight lines. It's quite really easy because this Clip Studio has various tools. So if you want more details, I'm doing a stream in the evening with my friends. The Dark Side is Comics and Vesmarine Comics from Twitter. So if you want to join and just get to know Clip Studio better, then you can do it. But I will also show it here. So as you can see, here are some icons. It's showing that there are rulers. Yes, these are the rulers rules, and this is called a special ruler. If I make this ruler, I can show you. I will just make some random ruler over here. It will be curved ruler. And then I take my pen. Okay, I will choose some red color so you can see it better. And I will make some, oh, sorry. It won't allow me to make colorful because I have set this comic into black and white. So I will do it like this. And you can see it in a bit. Yeah, so it does the lines according to the ruler. So it doesn't matter where you pull the stroke, it will also always follow the ruler. So that's you just need to know and understand the movement. And if you understand the movement of, for example, kick or a punch, then you can easily do these movement lines. Also, when I will delete these layers so I don't get lost in it. Also, when I do like very strong movement like kicks or punch, as you can see, the solid line ends here, and then it's followed by these shaky and speedy lines. So that's how I express the movement even stronger than if I made, for example, a line like this, and then I would like draw over it. So it's better that way, I think. Okay, so let's do the inking. Okay, so when I do inking, I usually do it below the line art, so it's covered by the line art should always be on top. At least that's how I do it. If you want to do it differently, it's all up to you. I don't really mind. Okay, so I take the bucket, and okay, I forgot to switch this off. Okay, I already know which are the black parts from the previous pages, which will be quite difficult. Oh my god. Okay, that's black, and also this is black. Yeah, as you can see, it fills different pieces and different parts as well. So I just fill the major areas with the bucket, and then I take the pen and set it to some kind of size. And as you can see, I will need to redraw this black as well. So it means that many lines will be lost this way. But it doesn't really matter because I have these white lines over here, and I will fix all these black parts over here with the white lines, and you will see that later. Okay, so let's fill it. If I happen to miss any of the comments, I'm really sorry. I will check that I'm doing my very first stream so far. So I'm not really 100% sure how to operate this stream. So please be patient with me. Okay, maybe I should do it this way. Okay, maybe I will play with the speed lines a little bit. I know it's free-handed right now, but it doesn't really matter. I think it gives good vibes. Oh my god, my English is terrible. I'm sorry. Okay, that's it. Okay, there is this funky thing about this brush tool. You can either when you draw something outside of the line that you want to be deleted, you can either choose your eraser and erase it like this, or which is even better, you can switch your pen into this transparent mode, which will also allow you to erase it. But since you're working with your pen, which has some kind of pressure and opacity settings, it's a bit familiar, I think. Okay, just a sec. All right, so let's move on. And that's the pants. Right now it's solid black, but I will add some tones and skin tones into it later. Alright, so now for these pants over here. Also, what I like to do is I don't have this strict setup of how I do each page. I mean, I have some patterns that I use, like for example, black shades, or I put specific shades somewhere from place to place. But it also really depends on the mood of each page, probably. So one page may look a bit realistic because I want it to look realistic and maybe a bit striking. And the second might look like only line art with some background to it because it has a specific meaning. It's a really good thing that teachers at our school taught us. If you do and if you draw anything, there probably should be some meaning behind it, that you intended to do it. But also feel free to go with your guts because that's also needed. Okay, more good. Okay, I think it's nice. All right. As I mentioned before, I'm going to do add some tones to it. How I do it? I do it by duplicating. If I mispronounce something, please don't eat me. I tend to do that a lot. So I duplicate the layer and I leave the upper layer completely black. For now, I will unseat it and go to the below layer. And there are layer options right here. And you can do whatever you want to do with your layer. You can either add a outer line, like border, or you can extract the line, which I don't need, but I need it to be in tone form. So I click on the tone, then I click that I want it to have, for example, 70 frequency because I use that. I don't like big dots. So I use the higher the number, the smaller the dots. Okay, if you want it to look like from Roy Lichtenstein's comic, you can also set it really low. I can show you. So if I set the opacity lower, then again go back, you can see the dots getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's funny. So I leave it into higher numbers from 60, 60 and higher. Okay, so I will leave it alright to 70. Okay, so I have this, and I need to also change the opacity. And for the pens and for the dark things that I want, I use 30. No, sorry, 70. Because I decided that I want to use max 3 to 4 shades of gray because then it gets too confusing. But again, it depends on each panel. But for the most panels where I have these black things, I only use two, and that's 30, which is really light. It looks like this. And I use this screen tone usually for skin because skin is usually lighter. And then I use 70, 70 for dark, like pants or these gloves or these wraps. Okay, so when I have this set, then I can switch the layer again, and you can see, okay, so it's still black, nothing changed. Yes, it will change because when I lock this layer, when I click this tool, I can't draw outside these shapes. So okay, I can click it. Oh, okay, sweet, thank you. Okay, so when I click this, the brush won't allow me to go outside the line anymore. Okay, I can show you. It won't allow me, which is really good because it keeps the shape as you need. What I do next is I take this spray. I have it already set to these settings. Each tool in Clip Studio Paint allows you to set each tool in so many numerous ways, which is really awesome because you need to vary your tools, and well, like I said, each panel is different. Okay, so I take this spray and set it to transparent because I want it to act like eraser. And what I'm gonna do is erase certain parts of these clothes so you can see the texture. But the first thing before I do that, I still need to figure out where is the light source coming from because how can you make lights when you don't know your light source? Which also means that when I define my light source, I can already know where the shades are going to be. So let's say for this specific one, I really want the light to go this way. Okay, so this is the light. Okay, I can set it so I won't see it anymore, but I will still know it's there. So there will be light, so it means these parts will be dark. Okay, so now that I know that, I can erase something. I will push this down. Okay, here goes. As you can see, I'm deleting parts of the black parts. I often tend to go back and back because I'm not satisfied, but I'm an art Nazi, so yeah. Don't be worried or don't be scared to go for really huge brushes because uh, if you have the pen settings of your tablet set right, set correctly, it won't really matter. Okay. Okay, I will do it differently. Sorry. Look at that. Okay. Yes. When I was making a speed drawing video before, it was few days ago of a prison guy, prison boy. I was explaining that it's important to keep the shades various as well. So at some points, for example, the tie is round, so the shade can be blurred. But at some points, for example, like here, the clothes are curving maybe a little bit, so the shade needs to be harder. And many artists tend to do that. They are afraid of the hard shades, which is not good because it doesn't allow you to make it look more plastic. Okay, I think it's enough. Sometimes it's hard for me to see because when you have black places, you can't see your line art anymore. So I tend to like lower the opacity here, and then I can see the lines, and I can easily remove the tone and then set it back to 100% again. Okay, so this it really hurts my eyes to look at the screen tone for so long. I don't know if it does anything to you guys, but wow, my eyes going crazy. Okay, as you can see, the pants do not have any line art, which is a kind of good thing and also kind of a bad thing. For me, lines into the clothes are always helping me with the further shading. But I noticed some artists don't do it on black clothes. For example, Z Pico, who I follow and really admire, he doesn't do that. He doesn't put like any line art into the clothes that are going to be black, because when you put lights and shades later, it will be disturbing a little bit, and you can basically define all those curves and all those shapes with the shades without using the line art anymore. So I will try it because I'm doing this for the first time, and I think it will be good. Okay. um, what I'm doing right now is only defining how the leg could possibly move, because it's going up and some knee is somewhere around here. So he has his thigh up. So how could it possibly look like? Yeah, this could be. Okay, now I need to play with it a little bit. There will also be some shades, so no worries. I plan to add them. Oh, that was too much. That was also too much. That is good. Okay, so now I added some or deleted some dark parts to make it look light, and I will need to also return some. Okay, I don't need these anymore. One thing that I really got used to is always going back, like make it smaller so you can see the overall image. It's crazy when I do like line arts and the speed paintings or speed drawings of the line art, because all you can see is like this, and it's really fast and maybe it can be confusing. But for me, it's really useful because when you go back, you can always see the whole image. And sometimes you need to you just get too caught up in doing details like this, and then you make it smaller, and like, why the hell did I do that? Yeah. So always make sure to check it. Okay, I need to check because my screen tends to go black, so I can see all you guys. Also, these needs to be black. Okay, I think the pants are looking good so far. I never do things from the very beginning to the end, because, as with everything, you need your time to let it sink. So when I make a picture or when I make a panel, it's never finished for me, because, for example, I wake up the other day and I look at the picture and I see many flaws that I can still fix, so I do it. But that's how I do things. Okay. I don't know, guys. Let me know if you hear the music. Can anyone tell me? Probably not. It doesn't really matter. Okay, I will try to put this song a little bit louder because I really like it. It's from Smash Into Pieces. It's called Animals. I'm playing it with my phone, so sorry about that. I promise next time it will be better quality. Okay, more thinking. Yeah. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to shade the skin and the white parts by making an overall shade over the whole picture, then deleting some parts, and you will see. So this is the setting I was talking about earlier. Set the frequency to 70. That's how many dots you have there. If you set it to lower, you have bigger dots. If you set it to upper, then you have smaller dots. Then the density, I already mentioned that I use either 70, that's for dark clothes, or I use 30 for skin and light parts. So this is how it looks. And now what I'm going to do is delete everything except the figures. This will be really difficult. Normally I would do it by just filling the parts. Uh, wait, I could actually do it. I think I can try. I'm not sure. Okay, 70 and 30. And then I take the paint bucket and nothing happens. Oh, wait. Ah, there it goes. So again, it allows me to do that, but there will be a lot after fixing stuff because I have many things on different layers. So none layer is closed. For filling things with your bucket, you need to have closed shape with no gaps there. And since I have these parts, moving parts in different layers, it will be difficult to fill it with a paint bucket. Yeah, so it's annoying. So I will just do it traditionally. That would be faster, I think. Okay, so let's do it. I will delete the parts afterwards. That would be easier. And we have time. Good. So we're done. So let's delete some parts. Looking good. There are definitely some tricks for these, but since I'm still a learner myself, it's I won't probably be able to tell you those tricks yet. I can't know them. It's just rough, and I'm going to make details later according to how the rest of the inking goes. Yeah, so far good. Okay. Start here. Yeah. Okay, so this is the main screen tone, and I will erase some part according to this light source that we set before. But for now, I really want to do the rest of the inking. Oh, this will be hard. Okay. So for the rest of the inking, some people like to use the G pen and use the traditional way and just fill things up. I really like to play with my brushes because there are many great brushes that I got from this set is called I don't know how it's called, but it's from Ram Studios Comics, and I really need to thank Rob for making them. You can buy them. I bought them, and that was the best shopping in my life. Yeah, definitely forgot the word, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, what I'm going to do next is to add some. Okay, quiet. I will make some solid black shades and then we'll play with the brushes a little bit. What I have said in my comic, some people have some things that you never want to forget to make. I always add. Okay, I will just switch this off because my eyes hurt really bad now. Uh, I will. I always add these black shades below the chins. If you check any panel, any character I have there, each character has black shape below their chins. That's what I decided that I want to make, and that's what I'm going to do as well. Okay, since the light source is coming from here, this part over here will also be black, and just watch. Sit back and watch. If you have any questions, you can always ask anything. I don't really mind. I hope I can answer them all. What I'm doing now is just making some outlines that I can easily fill with the bucket later. So let's see. Here. So I fill it. You can ignore the text. Okay, sometimes I tend to play with it a little bit. Sometimes it's just a play. I mean that you try different things, and not always it comes out right, so you just fix it or delete it, or you make it different, or you change it completely. It's up to you. Okay, we have the light source, so I will need to find it somewhere right here, and then we'll see it. Check. I really love this. As you can see, this ear part and some more parts of this guy are not, the line art is not really clean. Again, that was intention, because since he is taking a hit, the lines shouldn't be that really clear. I probably should have done that uh, in all parts of him, which I haven't, and that was a mistake, and I figured it out later. But it can still be fixed with the inking, I hope. Even though we have the light source set up, I don't want to make all parts black, because when you're, for example, wearing white clothes or light clothes, um, there aren't usually black parts when you look at where the shades are. So I just want few places to be like really, really dark or black, because for example, here, right here, there's a muscle, but a big muscle, and yeah, I could do that. I would make all these parts black, and but in real life, they aren't black even if you're standing in the shade, because the skin is quite light. But for example, this part here could be defined as blacker, darker, just to enforce the fact that there is cloth. Just plain. Like I said, maybe I wake up tomorrow and won't like it and will redo it completely. So this whole screen, the or the whole page will look a little bit different than how it looks right now. Could also add a shade here. The main shading will be done in this layer. So okay, I think that's it for the G pen, and now I would like to show you some of the brushes I got. So I really like to use this one, which allows you to either make these beautiful shading parts like that is, as you can see, it's like this, and I really love it. I love the effect that it makes. But if you also play with it a little bit, like this, and then set it to eraser, it allows you to make a gorgeous fur. So that's how I do my wolves. Yeah, that's the first one. And then there is this second one I would like to use, and we can use it right now because it's also called hair, and I often use it for hair because it does this, and it's really helpful. I don't use it often. For example, when you have a small panel where some action is going, like I don't know, let me show you. Just a sec because I have my second screen open and I can show you. I can show you which one. For example, this one. As you can see, these panels over here are quite small, so I didn't need to. Okay, I did. Okay, I was testing the brush. That's because I was curious. Yeah, but as you can see, I didn't do it that much here because the panel is small, so you don't need to, and you won't be literally able to see each hair on the person's head. But this panel is big, so it will maybe look better. I don't know. Let's try. Again, we did solid shades on one layer, so probably let's create another layer. Good thing is when you double click, you can rename your layer, for example, hair. Um, for me, I'm a lazy person, I admit it. I'm too lazy to do it. So sometimes it happens like in the beginning that I'm just checking over my layers and I need to find what I need to find. So it's good to rename your layers, but I don't do it. Again, the light source. Her hair is light, probably light brown or maybe blonde. It doesn't matter in the comic because it's going to be black and white. But still, the light source, it's important since the light is coming from here. These parts should be lighter than these parts over here. But again, since we have this layer over here, I want only few parts to be black. For example, here it's also done by line art because this strand of hair over here covers the strands that are here. So probably these parts will be darker than this part over here, like this. I tend to switch between the hairbrush and the hair pen and the G pen because I don't know, it just feels natural that maybe some strands will be like solid black, but I haven't decided on those yet before I made some strokes with the brush, with the hairbrush. So maybe I just play with it. I really like to play with the pictures. I enjoy it. There was this first time that I was drawing Rick. Maybe you noticed him from the chapter, and he's the bearded guy with the beard. And yeah, the first time I was drawing the beard, I was using the G pen and I was doing it like this, like yeah, drawing the beard, just hair by hair. And the very first pic I made of him was like, okay, I'm going to shave this guy in later because I didn't want to draw it anymore. It was pain for me. But then I started drawing the second panel and the third panel and some more, and suddenly it became a lot of fun. And now when I'm doing the hair, I'm really enjoying it. Okay, right now it looks like a mess a lot with no system or no anything. But those are the shades, and there will be some lights afterwards. So no worries. Okay, maybe you can hear it right now. You're listening to Nathan Wagner, and I hope I pronounce it right. He is he's kind of a freelance artist as well. He's a singer, and he's really talented, and I like him a lot because his songs are really emotional. And I often walk to my work and I listen to his songs, and many pages, many chapters and scenes from Bones came just from listening to his songs. Maybe you should check him out on YouTube. I don't know. It's up to you. Really good thing about this program and the brushes itself is this stabilization tool over here. The higher the number, the more stable the brush becomes. So it means when you draw a straight line, you won't get like shaky shapes. That's a good thing, but also kind of a bad thing because sometimes you have these brushes and it kind of fixes the line for you. So if you want to have it shaky, for example, if you're scribbling or want to have a shaky line, it would allow you to have them. It will fix the line for you, which is not really good. So you always need to think before you, you know, always need to think before you use that stabilization or you need to reset it. It's up to you. Okay, now let's delete a little bit because of the light source. think it looks good. Okay, some more shades, just a little bit more. Also, another important thing I tend to do, because as you can see, I'm doing the strokes from left to right. It's kind of natural for me, and it's difficult for me to make a good stroke from right to left. So what I used to do is uh, flip my artwork like this. Okay, so basically, if I wanted to continue with the main area of the hair, it would be difficult for me to move my hand. But what I want to do now is only use these two hair strands, so I flipped it only for those. So this is the thing I'm not lazy to do, but there are things that I am lazy to do, and I often think about my artwork, and say myself that yeah, this would look a lot better if you weren't lazy. So guys, don't be lazy. Also, when you flip your canvas, it gives you some kind of new angle, so you can see the picture from different angle, different point of view, and you can see the mistakes that you haven't seen before. Because when you look at a single picture for straight few hours, it may give you a headache, or but also it blinds you, because you don't see the mistakes anymore. You only see it's really good, and then suddenly you flip it and you go like, oh my god, no, this is really bad, and I need to fix it. So when we look at it from this point of view, there is still something missing over here. At least that goes for me. So let's flip the back. Good. Wow, we change music. Okay, give me a sec. Since I don't have the camera for my PC yet with microphone, I can play you music through my PC and through the speakers. So I'm just playing my music from my phone. Just let me see, maybe some different music. Okay, maybe Two Steps from Hell, another good song. No, not in the mood for that. Okay, some epic rock could do good. What a good song! This one is called "The Wolf" from Foxworth Hall Position Music. So it's quite fitting the mood. All right, so we wanted to do something over here. Maybe add a little. Okay, I think the hair is looking quite good already. So no more hair doing, because when you overdo it, it's not also good. Because okay, if I did the hair or do the hair for the following hour, I would end up having like real life hair, and I don't want that. Okay, another layer. And now for the brush, fur brush, or the one that I like really much. Again, you can add tons of settings to each of these brushes or pens, whatever you have in this program. I really love this program, guys. So it allows you even to choose which tools you want to permanently have there, so you don't have to search them up every time. You just always have them. Also, if you set it and you don't like it, you can also like refresh it and have it back, and you but you need to reset it once again. Okay, So I have it in the standard options because these were the pre-made brushes, and I really like the settings already. So let's try something out. As you can see, it gives a bit of this kind of look. Also, I will delete these lines that overlap because I don't want them. Okay. I'm kind of cringing right now because if I don't do it right, I will look like a fool, and I really wouldn't want that. But I really hope it will look good. This brush is quite tricky because you need to set the speed right, and I can't seem to do it. I can't. I wanted to swear, but I can't. Okay. The thing is, if you do it too slow, like this, you need to have a firm hand to do this, which I still don't have. But if you do too quick, it gives you this, and it's too dark, and I don't want that. So sometimes it's a lot of playing with the things you do. Okay, I can totally imagine some professional comic inker seeing this video and face palming like crazy because, okay, I'm not a professional inker, I'm not a professional artist, but God, I love doing this. Yeah. Okay. quirky thing about this brush is that it changes according to where you stroke. So I always need to check it again and again. It's like magic. Like, oh, where did this brush go next time? Yes, this is good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, maybe, let's see. So you see where. Let's check it. I know it takes me long. Oh, no, 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 no! Okay. I deleted a few of my previous hairstyles, so I need to fix it. I know it takes me long to do all of this, but I'm an old-fashioned person when it comes to this. I know there might be some tricks that will make things easier and faster, but like I said before, I still don't know these tricks, and when I learn them, I will use them, or probably will too lazy not to use them. Huh? Yeah. Good. Let's check it. Yeah, this could work. Right. Let's check it with the screen sounds. Yeah, it could work. Okay, I'll see it next. Okay. Still don't be good. Allows you to bring the plasticity out. For example, if I did only black and white, like no screen tones in it, I would definitely use this brush to put, oh, to define the muscles that way. I already started it here, and it really helps to define the muscles right, like the shapes and shading. For doing that, you definitely need to have a certain amount of knowledge about anatomy, which is really important. I still don't have that. I'm still learning. As you can see, last time I posted some things about arms. I'm learning again. I'm almost afraid to do him, to draw him. I don't know why. I think I messed it up. You guys are sending some kind of icons there. I can see it, but it shows me in a text form. Like, why Studio writes like, ch- I don't know what's that. Chill W cat. Yeah, I think it's something nice. So I really hope so. Okay, let's switch to music again. Hmm, I don't know. Okay, no more songs for now. If you miss the songs, let me know and I will search something up. If you don't miss the songs and just want me to blabber around, then it's also fine. Okay, I got a note from Dark Studies Comics. Hey, interact with your chat. Okay, he's calling me. He's my stream teacher. Yeah. Also, he has a great campaign. He's making a comic of his own, and he posted it for mailing lists today. So I hope you guys definitely go check it out on his Twitter, Dark Studies Comics. He also left a comment over there, so I need to get to my comments. Okay. Johanka Kishikova. Just get in boxes. Yes, because I know you love boxes. Yeah, you love you love boxes. Yeah, you love cats. Definitely, you love cats. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is stop inking because I'm kind of getting a bit cringy over these parts. So what I'm going to do now is to practice and work with the light source a little bit over these layers. So when I define these shades over here, I could maybe add some inkings a little bit later. Yeah. Thanks for the shout out. Always for you there. Okay. It's really difficult to talk to people and also explain what I'm doing and focus on what I'm doing and do it like naturally. Like, how do you guys do it? Okay, any tips, any advices? Maybe how would you do it if someone who draws and likes to draw, you can maybe leave some tips for me. Okay, for this part, I'm going to just delete the screen tone like I did it in the beginning with these dark pants. I'm going to just delete it with using the spray brush or how do you call it, with the airbrush. Okay, so it's called airbrush. and so it will look like suddenly some light appears. And then I will add some of the shades back again, so it will be again a little bit of play. Okay, I will need this harder. So, so while I'm doing this, you can tell me how you're doing or how your day is going and whether you like this. Just, I don't know, tell me anything about you if you want, that is. Shameless plugin, what does that mean? Shameless plugin. Okay, you will need to explain that to me. Shameless plugin. No, you didn't do that. Definitely didn't do that. Okay. Okay, guys, just for you know, we have a special guest over here on our comments. I already mentioned him before. His name is Darkside Comics. Darkside is Comics, sorry. And can you tell us how your comic is named so people can find it easier? Or maybe drop a link, that will be fine. Okay, we will wait for him to maybe drop a link. As you can see, I'm playing with the folds of the t-shirt a little bit, even though the lines aren't there. Okay, and while Marinus, or that's his real name, Darksiders Comics, while he drops the links, he's a friend of mine from Netherlands, and he actually told me how to build a stream also with my other friend who isn't here yet, but he will be here in the evening, I hope so at least. That's Marine Comics, and these two guys taught me how to build a stream, how to stream, and how to talk to people on the stream, and also they are slowly getting me into the world of comics, even though I'm rather a manga person. So, and these guys are awesome. If you don't follow them yet, then you have a thing coming from me because these two guys are awesome. Yeah, he's just writing. We are making another stream at 7 right now. I don't know if you have the time set or what's your time setting over there, but right now we have almost 2:30 p.m. So at 7, that's in yes, European time. So in oh my god, my math is really bad. So it's 2:30 p.m. So 5.5, no, 4.5, 4.5 hour. But I hope I counted it right. Oh my god, no. Okay, I'm not doing the math anymore. Sorry. Anyways, so we're doing another stream that won't be me drawing another of these pages, but If you're interested in this program and you like how it works, or what are the tools and what you can do with the program, you can definitely jump in the stream and watch, because I'll be explaining the program to guys, and they will probably have some questions for me concerning this program. So yeah, just drop by, and you can also ask anything if you want. You can also ask something over here. Johanka is asking, where can I find this comic? Johanka, you. Okay. You can find the bonds on Webtoons. If you want, I can maybe show it to you just a bit. I didn't want to interrupt this process very much, but I can show you because I have a link over here, and it's on Webtoons, and you can see it over here. And this is the logo. So wherever you see this logo of half wolf and half girl, that's it. It's called Bonds. And when you click on it on Webtoon, you will find first two chapters. And right now I'm doing chapter 2, which will be out by the end of September. Uh, I know many people who post on Webtoon. They like let out a whole chapter in 1 week. I really don't know how they do it, because it takes me months to do one chapter over here, and that's like I go to work, I get back to work, and I draw all day, and I almost don't have my own life anymore. It's not that I really mind. I really love drawing, and I'm really glad that people around me support me in that. But to people who don't know me, and I tell them that I draw all day, it may look like, oh my god, she's gone nuts. I don't really like this shade over here. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna make this one softer. We shouldn't have done it anymore at all. So again, this is the gut feeling that you do something and then you do something else, and then you realize that the first thing that you made was not good, because her breast was looking like it was hanging, and it was ugly, and I didn't like it. So I think it's a little better that way. Okay, so let's continue more. Okay. Uh, Oh, I get it. Okay, sorry, my bad. So I showed you um, where can you find bonds, which was crazy because and strange because Johanka already follows me, and she knows where she can find the comics. So I was thinking like maybe she wants to point it out for other people, and she was actually asking about Dark Side's comic, and yeah, he dropped the link somewhere. He wrote it. Yeah, and you need to go to Indiegogo and write for the mailing list. So you need to put your own email over there, so you will get some notifications about how the comic is going, and what can you buy, and where can you read it, and the perks and so on. I hope I'm explaining it right. If not, then correct me. Okay, Marinus? Yeah, making fun of me. Really funny, guys. Thank you. Okay, I planned to shade this part as well, but right now I decided I didn't want to because of the movement itself. So I'm leaving this part white, and probably this part as well. Bianca is also laughing at me. It's fine. I don't mind. Just kidding. I will also probably leave this part a little bit lighter. Okay, and that's in shape. Second the light source. Okay. So Johanka, tell me, what are you doing today? Marinus as well. I hope you're preparing some difficult questions for me for the evening. I will be your teacher today. So I hope I have a good students over there. No? Okay, I still kind of miss the music, so I'll play some. Maybe there's one over here. It's a live from Nightwish. Difficult questions. Okay, you're planning on being lazy all day, but we'll join your next stream for sure. Well, you bet, because that's a stream that especially made for you, because we already had this stream in private with Jeroen, Buzz Marine Comics, but we wanted to make another one for you because you gave out a secret, and I don't want to tell the other people before you tell them yourself that you're planning to do something, and you can tell them on the other stream if you want. Okay. I thought that I will leave this space white, but I'm not. It definitely needs some shading. Okay, maybe like this. I think we're good. Okay, now that we defined, okay, she's gonna teach me stuff. Yeah, I am. I definitely am. You will love this program, I can guarantee. Also, other people, if you're watching, I don't know how many streamers do we have because, like I said, I don't know where to look, but I know Marinus will tell me eventually. Uh, what I wanted to say is many artists, many comic artists, awesome. Okay, something happened. Photoshop is really awesome for drawing, and I was using it before I got to Clip Studio. But it's complicated when it comes to sizes. So if you don't have like really good PC, I finally bought some myself. But before that, I was working with a standard office laptop, which was really bad, and the pictures froze a lot, and the program froze a lot, and the rendering took so long that it was really tiresome and frustrating. And then I just accidentally go to internet and found this program, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. And you can see the promo on the YouTube yourself. It's really cool program. And then I decided to try it out. What is really good about this program that you can test it for 3 months. 3 months to teach you or to learn, sorry, not to teach, but to learn all the perks and all the stuff to figure out what works, what not, and if you like the program, because many programs have this 1 month testing time, and then you have to either uninstall it or buy it. Also, what is really good about this program is that once you buy it, it's yours. So you don't need to do these monthly subscriptions and many other perks that you will get to know about on our evening stream. I don't want to give everything away because then the evening stream would be pointless. So okay, another layer, and I'm thinking of adding a little bit of black stuff over here. So let's see how it looks. Again, I will set the layer into screen tone with leaving the frequency lower into maybe 60. I use 60 the lowest, fine. But I won't leave it completely black yet. Let's have it to 70, and I will use airbrush again. Okay, I forgot. You need to set it to multiply. Something like that, but a little bit more blurry. So I will lower my hardness of the airbrush lower. So it gives you just like one shade, but then we'll add some smaller pieces that will fill it out. I hope so. Okay, I'm reading the comments a little bit. Okay, Yusurio is here, but he only draws in Microsoft Paint. And Yusurio says that my paintings are fantastic. Definitely they are. I bet they are. Like and I will never say or never tell to anyone that their art is bad, because why should I do that? My art is not good as well. So or sorry for my English. Okay, what I meant to say that all art are like unique, because how can you tell that someone's art suck? You just can't. That's not fair, and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't um, put someone else down just to feel good. It's not right thing to do. So Usurio, even if you use Microsoft Paint, that's fine, because like when I was starting drawing and painting, I was using a program that's called GIMP, and it's like a basic free program, and the pictures, well, they work there, but what I meant by saying that Clip Studio is awesome is for people who make comics, because when you want to do a comic, many people do it in Photoshop, and Photoshop is complicated, as I mentioned it, for sizes. So when you have like 20 pictures over here, I can show it to you. I can show it to you a little bit. So right now I'm going to open the whole chapter. And this is the whole chapter. And if you open your whole chapter, like 20 pages in Photoshop, your PC will probably fly because of the amount of data. But Clip Studio somehow lowers the size of each picture, and so you can continuously work on many pages at once. But I only choose to work at one per time, because it's more convenient for me. Okay, so how do you like it so far? If you have some insight, or maybe you noticed some mistakes or anything, just tell me. You studio, you said you paint, so you're an artist like me. So if you see something that maybe is off or shouldn't be there, then you should definitely let me know. I want to know some insights and maybe some tips from other artists as well. Okay, I will wait a little bit. Okay, so far I noticed that when I edit these shades, which is fine, this is how it looks when it's all black. But I don't want it black. It's dramatic. Yes, it's really dramatic. Maybe I will increase it later, because I will like it to do due to this whole area going into speed lines and effects. Maybe it will look good, but for now I want to keep it lower, because I want. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, I will pause the music. What I wanted to do next is to add background, but the thing is, when I add the background and not play with it, not play with it with the speed lines, it will look static. I can show it to you maybe in a different panel that I already made. Probably this one. I already posted this one, so you've probably seen this one on my Instagram. As you can see, there are speed lines, but there is no background in it. The background is only on the sides to show that yes, the scene is taken somewhere in the forest and there are trees around, but the background isn't directly behind the main area, because I want the main area to pop out. And that's what I want to do here as well, because it's a similar scene. And so what I'm going to do is just scribble what I plan to do, because the time is going short and I would like to end this stream in about maybe hour, because I have some things to do. But what I'm going to do is add some thin speed lines over here like this up to this part. So definitely this whole area over here will be only speed lines. So we can see the main actions. We don't need to focus here because that's not really important. Okay, it's visually interesting, and you can I don't know, see how the body goes and how the angle is and stuff, but it's not interesting. What is interesting about this panel and important about this panel is the action that goes around here, and you want your reader to focus on that. So if I want to do the background, I can do the background somewhere around here and maybe a little bit over here. I don't know how it will look. Maybe I will end up putting the speed lines like into the whole background. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so let's try it out. Some people ask me about backgrounds. I do my backgrounds from photos. Some people say it's cheating. Okay, it's up to you. You can say it's cheating. Yes, it is cheating because you don't draw it yourself. But I've seen many comics doing this way. The thing and the magic about this thing, you can only do this when you have the right type of comic to do that. For example, if you take some chibi style characters and you put backgrounds that are made from pictures, they will they won't match. They will beat themselves. They will fight. There won't be a balance. So I tried it with my comic and it worked for me and it looked good, as you maybe can see in this panel over here. I will switch it on. Okay, this panel over here. You can see a tree falling down. So this area over here is made from a photo, but the rest is drawn by hand. So you can see it. Okay, when you look really close up, you can see the difference and you may think that it doesn't fit. But if you look from the distance, that you will actually read it like this, because the book isn't bigger than A4 format. Then you can basically tell no difference. I don't know. Just tell me, you guys. You tell me if there is difference or if it's wrong, and or if you don't like it, I can take it. It doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm definitely adding some of these shades because I like them when I looked from the point of view. I really like this shade over here, and I'm going to add a little bit over somewhere around here as well, but later, because I wanted to show you the background. And for this background, I went to a nearby village from the city where I live, and I took few pictures of the nearby forest. And how I do the background is I draw the scenes. I make a storyboard. So when I make a storyboard, I have each panel done in a sketch. I know that I want this pose to look like this, and this will be the angle, this will be the perspective. So then I take my camera, go out, and search for the perfect spot to take a picture of. And then when I have it and I'm okay, I'm satisfied, then I make the background from it. So that's the thing I'm doing. So for this one, I think I could use, right now I'm scrolling through my photos to choose the right photo. I just can't find it. I should really organize it better. Okay, maybe we should try this one. Okay, so I drag a picture over here. So here you can see a picture of a forest, just a random picture of forest. It's not stolen, it's mine. Nothing can go wrong. Okay, if you want to use pictures for your background, make sure you have your own pictures, because when you download some from the internet, it could get you into trouble because of the copyrights and stuff here. So this is the picture. What I do next is to make it into the comic run, and how I do it is I go to the layer settings. Before that, I make a copy. Then I go to the layer settings and I click extract line. And what you get is this. This is not a comic background yet, so you need to play and toggle with these tools a little bit. So what I first do is threshold the edge to the max, and then I just play with black a little bit till I get the effect that I wanted. You can do the correction of the lines as well. You just need to play with it and look what goes best. The thing is, you can always go back. You just turn it off. That's really good. So I take it and I turn it off. Okay, I have this picture. I take it, copy it. What will happen now is, since I don't have a white layer over below the bodies, you won't see much. But don't worry, we will fix that. Okay, so we have the picture over there. I will make it less visible so you can see it. What we need to do is to adjust the picture to the scene. So this is the whole picture as we made it. And what I really want is only this. Just a sec. I want this lower part over here. I won't really be using this since I'm doing the speed lines there. So I will still play with the transformation a little. I really like this tree over here that could be visible at some point. So I will rotate it a little bit and maybe make it a little bit smaller. Put it over there. Okay. What you don't want is to rotate it too much, because this guy is standing on his bare feet. So you need, if I rotate it too much, then his pose will not fit the angle of the background. What you want to do is also to try different angles, whether it looks better, or maybe flip it. Yeah, this don't look good. I like this one. Okay, so let's leave it there. Okay, so tell me guys, what do you think about these kinds of backgrounds? I'm really, I'm really interested, um, curious about what you have to say about this. Do you think it's cheating or not? What I'm going to do next is create another layer, and this will be only white layer, white. So I need to pinpoint these characters and I need to point them out so they will pop out. That's the word. And for that, I have another brush over here, which does this effect. It's like cross hatching effect. That's one option, or the option two is use the foliage material, foliage brush over here. That will give you the effect of leaves, like tree leaves. And I think I will use that one for this picture. So I will just paint all over the characters. And what happens next is when I play with the opacity again, you can see the hand actually pops out a little bit more, but we will need to work on that. Good. Okay, I will take G pen first and then finish the the outsides later because the foliage brush is leaving these little dots over here which I don't like. Okay, Usurios writes, whether it's cheating or not, it's completely subjective. Everyone has their own methods of doing things. Okay, how do you do your backgrounds? Tell me. You probably draw them. But thanks for opinion. Sometimes it really helps and it feels good to it was neutral answer from me, but it was kind of supportive because you didn't deny it at all in the beginning, which is nice. Again, sorry for my English. Sometimes I use weird words, and sometimes I use weird expressions that doesn't fit. But I realized that a lot later, so I have this mouth overcoming or overrunning my brain syndrome, so I'm really sorry about that. Okay, since I won't be needing this part at all, I can basically cover it all like this. And then come back to it later because I didn't want this part at all. I will be needing this part though. Just a sec, where did I put it? Okay, this part over here might come useful later. I'm not sure yet. Okay, second white. Okay, thanks guys. So I got some supportive answers from people watching this stream. Thank you very much for that. Just so you know, I was talking about taking pictures for some certain backgrounds, but there may come some scenes that you aren't able to take pictures of. For example, you have some special room or some special thing, and you just can't take a picture of it. I draw it. I mean, like I know normally you would draw it, but for me it's easier done this way, and I'm kind of new to this whole perspective thing, so it's difficult for me to understand it a little bit. So I help myself this way, but sometimes I draw the background myself. I can show you. For example, in chapter prologue, we had this picture of the funeral, this one, and you can see this background over here. It's made by hand. It's drawn, and the trees are made using this foliage brush that I'm using right now. And also in chapter number 2 that is currently being made, there is this scene over here. We already showed this picture, and this background is also drawn by hand. So sometimes you can combine the styles as much as you need. Okay. So let's move on. I think we are done here. So let's check it how it looks. And it looks like this. It's not bad, it's good. I like it. And now what I want to do is to add the speed lines. And you can do that. You can use the ruler, think again the special ruler. And you can do the speed lines by hand, or you can use this tool which is like streamline or saturated line. And the streamline, the thing is, I am still learning how to use this, so I'm not really sure if I will get it on the first try. Yes. Okay, give me a sec. Brush lines. So this is what you get. And whoopsie. That's too much. Okay, maybe let's move it. And let's make it bigger. Yeah, this will work. Now we need to play with it a little bit. So this angle over here is good. Since we already set this ruler over here, it's all about that. The speed lines should navigate your reader's eyes to some point, but also, as you can see, I will make this invisible. You can see this area over here. The lines I already drew with my hand are kind of messing with these speed lines, so I will probably erase them later. Um, what I was getting at, your speed lines, the first thing, they need to guide your reader's eye to some point you want to. So again, it's an action, it's an intended action. So you are doing you are doing it on purpose. But also they need to follow the natural movement. For example, in this case, it should follow the natural movement of the leg. So if I if the leg goes in a roundhouse kick, it starts somewhere over here and then goes in an arc over here. So probably this point should be a little bit lower, maybe something like this. Okay, so now we have the lines, some speed lines set. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. And a little bit like this. Okay, maybe this one. Yeah, okay, I think this could work. And what I'm going to do then next is add mask clipping mask because I don't want these boring long lines just be long lines. So what I'm going to do is to get rid of some parts. Mostly I won't need these parts that are going over the bodies. So you don't want those. And you don't need those because you can't see them, so they are just messing with the picture too much. Okay, and the hand. Okay, and you can even decide that you don't want them nearby, so you leave the parts more visible. Alright, like this. Okay, that's too much. If I'm erasing things, you don't you follow the movement of those lines. Like when I'm deleting, I don't do this because I'm doing the opposite direction of the lines. So I follow the lines when I delete them, which makes them smoother. I'm also learning a lot right now, guys. So it's my first stream. I don't want this, and I definitely don't want these lines. Okay, now that you look at it, it's good, but since I deleted some parts, the lines aren't significant, so I can try maybe making them a little bit thicker by adding up to the brush. As you can see, the lines, wow, that's too much. Okay, let's try 5. Yeah, 5 is definitely better. And now we can proceed with adding or deleting. Since you have the mask switched on, it's really good because once I take a brush and make it black, I will just get the lines back as I want them, if I want them. And if I don't want them, then I just delete them again. For example, here I had them deleted, but I think they look better here, like this. Maybe. And a little bit to the hand as well. But definitely not the hand because the hand is somewhere else than the leg. Different position. The hand is closer to you, and also it's just different place. So, okay, any ideas so far, guys? Maybe some tips again. Okay, here. And again, since I deleted some parts, I could try to make it even a little bit stronger. Let's try 6 instead of 5. Yeah, 6 works as well. It's dramatic. I like it. Okay, last thing I want to do in the very beginning of the stream, I said that since I had to color these wraps in black. Um, the the speed lines that were originally there are missing now. So what I'm going to do is I have a white layer with a ruler set. As you can see, that there is this purple thingy over here. That's the ruler, the curve ruler. And I have these white lines over here, and what I'm going to do next is just to add some with the G pen, to add to the feeling of the movement. Not too much, just enough. And there was a big mistake I made, and I need to fix it. The big mistake is follow the movement. So if the leg is going from here to here, your stroke should follow as well. So I will just rotate the picture a little bit and follow the movement of the leg. It shouldn't be otherwise because it will be visible. The strokes will be visible when you put your pen on the pad. It gets thicker, and then as you swipe down, it gets thinner. So it also makes some kind of effect. How should I put it? Oops. A little bit of here and a little bit of there. Don't be worried if you think that it will be invisible. It won't, because yeah, eye is a really magical thing, and it will see even the things that you think it isn't able to see, and it will recognize those parts and the movements over there. Okay, let's check, and you have it there. Even though I put a lot of white parts over here, you can still kind of distinguish that there is a hand, because you can still see the hand here going there, and you can see a bit of fingers over here. So when I make it smaller, you can see. Okay, the very last part for me to do is this shading that I started over here. Put some over the girl, but I'm not going to do that on this stream anymore because I'm kind of getting tired and I really need to grab some lunch. So maybe see you next time. Okay, before I go, once again, I remind you that we are having another stream concerning this program I was using. It's at 7 European time, which is in, oh, math again, 3 and 3 and something, 3 and 45 minutes. So feel free to join, and if you liked it, then click subscribe, and I will be making some more streams about drawing, painting, maybe some tutorials. It depends. If you like it, you can follow me on my Twitter or Instagram or Patreon. You can leave some tips, or you can just leave me some notes of about the next streams or what the streams should be about, and so on. So yeah, that's it for today. Okay, thank you guys, and see you later. Bye.